So good afternoon, Crap to Cream. Come to visit the car. Now it is undergoing some therapy. So yeah, it was only going to be a little bit of a scratch and a polish, but it has turned out to be a bit more than that. So the bonnet's getting done, the bumper's getting done, and the roof's getting obviously done because that was bad. Then this rear door, I didn't realise that was as bad as it was, so that's getting done. And then this rear quarter's getting done. Fair bit of dust, so the back's okay. And then there's a bit of a scratch on the door here, so that's going to get done apparently. And then there's a bit of a little dinghy in the door, in the front guard. Don't know what he's going to do with that, but he said it'll look better when it comes home than it does now. So yeah, work in progress. I thought I'd come and get a bit of a shot and see what it looks like. It looks a lot better. Well, looks better now than it did when I dropped it off. And I'll have to get some new windscreen washer jets because they're, well, whatever happened to them happened to them. Having a lot of trouble trying to find a head unit, and these things have to come from Lithuania of all places, would you believe? But anyway, that's yeah, the radio head unit's proving a bit of a challenge. Got some work to do there. I've given up on the sun visors. Alright, yeah, just a bit of an update of where we're up to. Oh, he's doing the rear spoiler as well. Oh well. There you go, rear spoiler as well. Excellent. So apparently it'll be ready for Friday, and today is Tuesday. So looking forward to, yeah. So bye for now. Oh, just before, yeah. I'm very, very close now to my 1,000 subscribers, so if you can just take 5 seconds or less than that to press that button and get me over the line. I only require 4 more people in the whole wide world to tick that button, and yeah, I'm there. Alright, that's it then. Bye for now. Good morning, Crap to Cream. In a previous video I went through some of my useful tools that I had in my other shed. So now I've come up to the top shed and I'll show you some of the useful tools that I have up here. So I'll start on the left and I'll work my way to the right. So I have a long tap wrench, so that I can reach into the longer places. I have a short tap wrench as well, but I don't find that as good as this one, because this one's been more useful when working inside the car. I have a little clamp spanner for removing oil filters. I have this little tool here for spreading the disc caliper pistons apart. I have this for clamping on brake pipes, sorry, so that when you hold it vertically you can just squeeze and it automatically locks itself. Circuit pliers with 3 different ends on them. So there's 3 different ends that you can have. 90 degrees straight and 45 degrees. I have a torch, and when you pull that end out, then that has an extendable end that comes out that has a magnet on the end of it. Again, for picking things out that you don't drop. And then that goes quite simply back together again. And then I have this little gizmo that I fit onto cans for spraying. It makes holding the can and spraying a lot easier. I have this little device for holding nuts into hidden areas behind dashboards and all that sort of thing. So just unscrew that, and so you just clamp on these two surfaces here. You can hold nuts, bolts, whatever into little places that you can't get your hand into. A trim removing tool so that you don't scratch and damage bits and pieces. A brake bending tool. So this is for getting when you're doing the brake bending on the actual car, and you can then just squeeze this in and turn it a little bit rather than a lot with a bigger one. So some of the other stuff that I have, if you have a look over here, I'm hoping I have my wiring diagrams, and I've got them velcroed to the wall. So I have the wiring diagrams, so they're velcroed on here, so I can just take them into the car if I need them. So these are the relevant wiring diagrams for the various cars. A light, same as I had in the other shed with a magnet, so that's really handy. And what else do I have? I have my little pick again here, which sits on a couple of magnets on the wall there, so I don't lose it and it doesn't fall on the floor. I know exactly where it is all the time. So something else that I also find very useful is this like giant syringe, which I can use for sucking liquids out of various like coolant systems. Use it for sucking oil out of systems, but it's just a huge syringe. Yeah, works a treat. So, and then I have a measuring jar. So just have a measuring jar I got, so I can measure various mixtures of various liquids. So yeah, there you go, have that one as well. Proved very useful this. It's made changing brake fluid, so I can suck it out of the master cylinder, or the clutch fluid, change out of the clutch master cylinder. Suck oil out of, if you can't get the drain plug out, you can suck it out of the diff or the gearbox. Or if you put too much in to save draining it and getting covered in oil, put this in, you can suck a little bit of oil out to get the level right. So yeah, very handy little piece of equipment that is. What else do I have? Oh, I have a slide hammer kit. So I have a little slide hammer kit that I got off eBay, which has proved very handy. I have a little metal tray with a magnet on the back of it, so I can stick it on there and then pull all the bolts, nuts, whatever that come out off the car. Then I can just take that off and put it on a bench or put it anywhere, and the bolts don't fall out, nuts and bolts don't fall out. So that I find that very handy when working around inside the car. And I think that that's about it up here. Obviously I have the hoist, which is a very expensive bonus. Yeah, but it's not overly expensive, right? But it's a 2-poster. I didn't get a 4-poster because the 4-poster tends to interfere more with what you're working on the car, because it blocks off all the sides. So the 2-poster, whilst it doesn't maybe look as strong and as safe as it is, I haven't had a problem. I've had heavy cars on here, no problem at all. It's a 4-ton hoist. So yeah, I find this an absolute godsend, and I had to get the shed roof a bit higher so that I had room for the car, especially my other car, which has a higher roof. Alright, I think that'll do for now. Still waiting for the Focus to come back from the paint shop, which you would have seen at the beginning of this video. So it's looking a lot better now than it was, and hopefully it'll look a lot better again by Friday. Then I've got, what else have I got to do? I'm waiting for the new engine bits to come back from the engine guy, so I can start rebuilding the engine, and I'm waiting for the brackets to come back to hold the rear calipers on the rear axle. So they are still away being machined, they're not back yet. So yeah, so that's holding me up a bit up here, but apart from that, I've seen some other videos on the shocks. The shock mounts seem quite low, so this is the Spax conversion, and it maintains the shocks quite a distance off the floor. And then this is the other end, so this is the other shock absorber conversion, and this utilizes a separate bracket that goes on the side of the existing, or underneath the existing shock absorber. So you retain the original shock absorber, as you can see up there, and the bracket just fits underneath, and you have to take the valve out from the inside of the shock absorber. But anyway, and I'm also still waiting for the cross member to come, so I can put the cross member into my other car, so that I haven't got the bent steering rack mounts. But there you go. So that's just that. So yeah, so I retain the original anti-roll bar, put the poly bushes in. Yeah, so there you can see the exhaust, the shock absorber. Alright, I think that'll do. That's long enough for today. If I get anything else, I'll stick it on the end of this video. Bye for now. Oh, yet again, thank you for the subscribers and for the comments. They're all greatly appreciated, as I would mention in the comments. I have 4 people left in the whole wide world to get me into that magic 1,000 bracket. So if you are keen to keep on watching what I do, then please give me that little bit of a subscribe button, and yeah, always appreciated and very grateful. Thank you very much indeed, and yeah, I'll try again. Bye for now.